what do you think will be the city's biggest challenges over the next 4 years?
Starting to lay out a plan for developing a city that's going to be attractive to people from 1 to 101. That means we need to have infrastructure in place for families, young families with young children. It means that we need to address the fact that we know in the next 20 years our population over 75 is going to double. Mm-hmm. We need to deal with initiatives that can help some of the lower income and working poor in our community, mm-hmm. as well as everything else. So it's going to be some of those major social issues that we're going to have to really concentrate on.
Have you got a feel for your council yet? A sense of the group dynamics and what they're about?
Yes, we've got, I think we might have a few minor little glitches with a few of the, with some of the long-term councillors. I guess the biggest thing we have to do is ensure that we're all looking ahead and we're not looking backwards.
I'll just maybe ask you to elaborate on that point. When you say minor glitches, are you talking about disagreements between some of the new wave and some of or within the group itself?
The new councillors are unbelievable. They are smart, they're engaged, they are connected with the community. They are everything that you would want to have on a council. Their only challenge right now is going through this very steep learning curve. There's a few wounds over the last 3 to 6 years among some of the veteran councillors, and I think we need to work through that.
How do we make the city more of a tourist attraction?
More of a tourist attraction? Well, we have to go out to the community and determine what sort of incentives we want to give to people that would bring tourism activities to the community. The other thing is, I believe that our cruise ship terminal and the potential for the 2 hotels may be huge impetus for increased tourism activity.
I mean, you mentioned the hotels, so I'll just get into that. Do you see a new hotel becoming a reality in the next few years?
In fact, I see 2 new hotels becoming reality.
Right, but do you think that they're talking about the Hilton Hotel?
Yes.
Right, and also the Conference Center Hotel.
Yes.
You're confident that they're going to proceed?
I've been given no indication that they're not at this point.
Are you convinced it's time, here we are right here in the Conference Center, are you convinced it's time to repurpose parts of the Vancouver Island Conference Center? And should it remain a city-owned building?
I believe that what we should be doing with the Conference Center is taking a good long look at the facility and question whether or not it's ever going to achieve the potential that we originally had envisioned for it.
Do you support continuing to increase taxation by 1% each year to build reserves for infrastructure repairs and replacement?
Absolutely. And the reason for that is because and that's probably not going to be enough. So does it mean an increase in taxation? No, it doesn't necessarily mean an increase in taxation. It could mean that you could use some of your surplus from one year to the next to almost like a budget supplement, if you will, or budget stabilization program to assist in infrastructure renewal.
What do you find is the best part of the job so far, an aspect of the job you really enjoy? And it's a two-parter, and the other part was, and is there an aspect of it you don't like or find more difficult than expected or more challenging?
At this particular point, there's absolutely nothing that I don't enjoy about the job. I love the job. I love the work. Going through some, I think the biggest challenge that we're going to have right now are through the initial months, getting everybody up to speed and ensuring that we have good interpersonal relationships on council, and that we carry that, what we learn through the development of better interpersonal relationships on council to our senior staff. Because that's what I was elected to do, was to create a much higher level of cooperation on council and with our administration.